Hello everyone, Jack here with another video. So, over the weekend, a lot of weird stuff started happening on the channel, more specifically on a video that I uploaded about 3 weeks ago by now. That video was a critique on some points that the channel Fextralife made on the first-hand impressions with Armored Core 6 files of Rubicon that at the time had not yet been released. It was a discussion of some points that they made about the graphics and the engine usage that From Software had, and also just a tangential point to some wider topics that are brought sometimes in the gaming community as a whole. But that's actually not the point of today's video, because while that video was gaining some views, I started realizing that the comment section was splitting into two. Some who stayed very, let's say, anchored to the main points that were being made there, while others split into turning the comment section into like a Fextralife dunking contest. Now, I did not understand what the hell was going on, and obviously puzzled, I went and did a little bit of searching, and what I found was hilarious. As it turns out, a bunch of accusations were being levied against Fextralife, some that involved the usage of manipulation in voting systems on both Reddit and or other sites, namely their own wiki, and also how they behave in, let's say, some very scummy behavior with regards to the Twitch channel. Now, going just a little bit back to the video that I made previously on Fextralife, I stated in there that it was a channel that I generally trusted, and I meant it. Unfortunately for me, because just like most people, I unfortunately am not that terminally online and don't know too much of what's going on in certain communities. Yes, I play Souls-like and other CRPGs vehemently, so in that very fashion, I tend to brute force my way through things and just to trial and error finish the game. So occasionally when I want to try something fun, I go on sites just like the wiki and or the YouTube page to find some builds. But it's like if I'm looking for something, let's say like a build of Wrath of the Righteous, another game which, by the way, I think rivals Baldur's Gate in certain point.
Your words are dangerously close to heresy.
Like, Baldur's Gate is good, don't get me wrong, but I hope that its rise in popularity kind of push a little bit more people to be interested in other RPGs just like the Pathfinder series. I'm just a fan of Owlcat and I kind of feel that they need to have a bite of that cake. But I think that since Fextralife is taking information from the community-edited wikis to make their YouTube videos and guides, I think that they generally serve a good purpose, not only helping people getting excited for certain games that are good, but also providing generally informative and maybe at times surface level information that just helps people. Like if I need to have something more in depth, I would go to someone like a Mortismal Gaming, because the guy's a fucking machine that doesn't sleep and completes game at 100%. Like, dude, teach me. Now, that being said, what will usually happen when you search for, let's say, guys like those, is that Fextralife will be the one popping up first and foremost. A thing that my chat and I tested yesterday while we were watching a video by Moist Critical on Fextralife as well. Now, how does Fextralife do this? I'm not exactly sure. Are they just very good at using the search engine optimization on Google? Perhaps. Getting the stuff pushed to the top on Google by creating a site that focuses on like very specific keywords might be the key to it. But it's not illegal. It's not necessarily nefarious, but what is, however, is something that Redditor Phantom Split pointed out about a week ago, a time this month that not only marked the blacklisting of Fextralife's links from the Baldur's Gate subreddit, but also had the Armored Core community on high alert. In his post that has now since been updated as Fextralife contacted him to clarify some stuff, he documented how his comments on the subreddit will be mysteriously and immediately downvoted, while the posts made by Fextralife were suspiciously upvoted at an incredible rate. As he stated in his now updated post, he had a theory of how a third party was thinking about taking action to either help or harm the wiki of Fextralife. Now, despite his uncertainty in this, his suspicion would be confirmed when links to the community wiki in that very same post, a post that is no longer present on the site, but I will show it to you here. But that very same post was getting bombed with downvotes. Now, because of comments made by another user, he took those very same words and made comments on a post of his that was 2 years old, and saw a few minutes later that he was getting downvoted too, -9. Now, this of course started to put some validity to his theory of there being bots involved in this and how they would have engaged in vote manipulation. But this gets even worse because Fextralife are always so damn quick at getting into new games, which was a question that I asked myself many times. The Armored Core community right now is on red alert, not wanting the same fate that has happened on the Baldur's Gate 1, this infestation of the links from the Fextralife wiki to affect that subreddit, thus causing them to be blacklisted because who the hell wants their post to be undermined while some are constantly being pushed to the top? Now, obviously, some of you are thinking to yourself, alright, it's Reddit, I don't use Reddit, but that's fine, right? No, it's not, because it extends further to the wikis. Because, I reiterate again, pushing your site to the top is not necessarily wrong. Being good at using the search engine optimization is not a bad move at all. The problem arises when, first of all, the information that you provide on your site is very subpar to what you can find on the actual real wikis. Now, I will bring back Owlcat for a little bit here because unfortunately, somewhat through Fextralife, they got the official wiki for Wrath of the Righteous. Now, that one too, turns out, of course, is kind of faulty. And I, of course, being ignorant to this fact, had this massive revelation that Fextralife has been for years criticized for not having enough updates on neither the wikis nor the builds that they make on the YouTube channel. This accounts for various Souls games that have been released over the years, and especially now with Elden Ring that's been receiving this PvP update, they have yet to update the wiki on that. But if lack of information, yes, I know it's bad, was the only thing that the fuzz was about, they might have been golden or excuse if they decided to then go ahead and update their things, which they still haven't done. But it obviously gets worse because in the very same manner that they are allegedly using bots on Reddit to downvote other people's posts by embedding the Twitch stream on every single wiki that they have, which, by the way, if you're searching through the Dark Souls wiki, you won't be finding a stream on Dark Souls, but rather them playing, I don't know, Immortal of Avium or something, which actually, hold on a minute. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
oh, oh my god. Who thought that this was a good idea? The game looks so cluttered. It was so messy. Like, wait, by the way, I currently have Baldur's Gate open. This is how my UI in Baldur's Gate looked like. And yes, I like the feel of the old MMORPGs, but I'm gonna remove this and splice some footage of Immortal of Avium here from the gameplay. I cannot tell what is what when I see people play this. But hold on, that's not the point. By embedding the Twitch streams on the wiki pages, they were siphoning views to the Twitch, making them always be on top, thus undermining other streamers, something that I learned about on stream yesterday in a very comical way.
Surely my anguish and despair will ring on someone's ear.
23,000 current chatters. Okay, dude. All right, I'm a day streamer, boys. I guess this is what a 23,000 person chat looks like, guys.
Yes, they were not only pretending to have this massive amount of views with an empty chat, but when they were offline, they still had 23k plus viewers going on, which I don't even think that's a thing for big streamers who have like an audience that tend to linger in the chat and chat with each other like people. Just meet up in real life if you can, and or on Discord. It's weird to do that on Twitch, isn't it? But yes, this is a very terrible way of gaining views, which has angered a lot of people, and myself included, which, by the way, I have to state out, I make React content, so yeah, you make of that whatever you will. I'm kind of obligated to say that beforehand because I know that somebody's going to say that in the comment section. Because Fextralife obviously stepped forward claiming that they were not using bots to try and farm views, and embedding links on the wiki was completely legal, which, funnily enough, yeah, it is, but like, ethically speaking, that's not right. Going so far as to rely on semantics, trying to redefine what bots are and actually pretending not to know what they are? Like, you're on Reddit, buddy. You know what bots are. And if screwing with viewers wasn't enough, they are also screwing with the sponsors who obviously do not know that they are view botting, but also if you were to look for the Armored Core 6 wiki, obviously they come to the top as always. You have in this minimized version of my screen right here, because if I have a monitor when I have to deal with something else, I cannot see the stream. Jumping into the Baldur's Gate 3 wiki, we can actually see it here, right? It is currently offline, and if you go to the chat, I don't even want to do this. Like, wait a minute, can I do it from here? Chatter. Subscription only chat. Oh wow. But it gets so much better, because for those of you who like me have once desired to bypass the blur that is put on like a research paper online, and or not desiring to freaking order yet another entry code for a physics books because the shit's a fucking scam. Buying university material was very expensive. YouTuber and streamer the Dapper Foxtrot, who is also a web developer, had some of his stuff being featured on an Asmongold video where he described how it was that they were not adherent to the determined dimensions that the embedded things needed to have on Twitch. So not only are they getting extra view by having you on autoplay if you're on PC and or tablet, and well, perhaps, I guess, mobile devices don't really count, but regardless, they are getting those extra views, but also they are scamming the advertisers. And the whole thing of being hostile when they are actually being found out, it's just strange to me.
He's talking about you? What's he saying?
And, Asmongold, if you're here, fuck you.
That's the wrong one.
Alright. I hope you enjoyed.
Wait, yo, that's the wrong...
Fuck you.
Now, while we're waiting for Fextralife to make a definitive statement on whether or not they're going to continue doing this, they probably will, and or Twitch themselves stepping forth and doing something about embedding videos, they probably won't. Something that I kind of find to be hilarious though was that just looking at this Immortal of Avium situation, as you saw before, they had 170 or so players active. They had a peak of 220,000 viewers. Where did they go? If we go into the Twitch channels, and obviously at the peak of all of them is going to be Fextralife, number 17. We click on them and look for some of the games that they've been playing. Recent stream here on the 25th of August, Immortal of Avium. Ranking on average 12,000 viewers. Wow. Twitch should be held accountable for this, because this is not okay. This is the reason why so many people are leaving there. They are occupying a spot that a way more deserving streamer could have gotten. A smaller channel, definitely, but one that is actually putting in the effort. But the point still stands, they are scamming their advertisers and are getting views in very scummy way, and also are downvoting people's posts, not willing to acknowledge that they are actually engaging in this type of behavior. While the things that they are doing are not illegal, I think that they should really reconsider the approach to this. If you want to be seen as a positive pillar within a certain games community, pushing other people down is not the way that you go by doing it. Well, this has just been my general thoughts on what I discovered regarding the Fextralife situation. I do not wish to make a video about this. I don't like to focus on YouTube drama. Again, I made one video about it, and I can see how it becomes like a cycle that you just need to keep updated on. I want to make some fun stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna focus on doing that with either Armored Core or Baldur's Gate in the coming days. That being said though, stay chill, play your games, and perhaps don't follow Fextralife for further advice. Yeah, have a good one.